How do you deal with your mental health? How um, do you struggle with mental health as a man?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Okay. I go to the gym a lot. That helps a lot. I'm going to say something quite outrageous. I think all men should go to the gym. In fact, on that dating bit, if the dude doesn't go to the gym, you should break up with them. Like, right after this.
I feel like my therapy is my friends, my close friends, the ones I can trust. Once I rant to my friends, I think I'm ready to move on from that topic. But you see, the difference is men hardly talk about their problems.
Yeah.
You see, unlike
Si tuna
us.
shida zetu tusikize zako kwa nini?
Yeah, you
Wacha
see.
nishike drink nikichekiwa rembo hivi. So
Let's talk about information in terms of marketing, advertising,
Yeah.
influencing. Have you seen how Gen Zs are making money through Instagram, TikTok?
Yeah, true.
That's the kind of information that is empowering them. These people will be rich by the time they're 35 because they have all the information and resources to get there. If your bed is in the corner, of the bedroom, like
okay.
you get out from if you get out from one side of your bed,
Yeah.
you still need to work hard.
You have to agree with it.
Yeah.
I agree with you entirely.
So that's why you see these streets is saying the bed is in the middle. So you have to approach with caution. If you don't have moolah, it's going to be a difficult one for you because if her bed is already in the middle, then she is well off.
So there's no room for dating for broke men, yeah?
Hi guys, welcome to This Modern Mess. My name is CK and I am here with my lovely co-hosts.
Your one and only. I am DRT.
And
ule mtu wenye behind the scenes JB mwenyewe.
That's what's up.
I feel like ube delay. I don't know kama imetokea poa.
Iko tu sawa.
Iko sawa?
Iko tu sawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We can continue.
Abortion.
So, abortion was our topic.
Abortion, yeah.
Yeah.
We have to look at abortion. We definitely have to look at abortion.
What I remember from the stats is that abortion is more common in
Among the married population.
women.
Yeah.
Yo, that was something that was very shocking.
That was a whooping 80%.
You know, those kind of things that leave you,
Yeah.
What is it called? Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I was so
flabbergasted by these statistics.
Yeah.
What do you mean married women are doing abortions? Okay, you know.
It's actually 79%.
What?
Yeah. I'm reading this from
After
the Standard.
I saw that, the first thing that came to my mind was, why? Like,
that's a huge number of abortion. Yeah, listen to this.
Why?
Listen to this. So married women take lead in induced abortions in Kenya. Report shows that married women account for 79% of all reported abortion cases in Kenya.
God damn.
At least 792,694 of the 2,850,346 pregnancies reported during that year ended in induced abortion. Additionally, 1,435,988 were unintended pregnancies. Yani, that's a lot of pregnancies that were not intended.
You know.
These are guys who just wanted to smash and call it a day.
In my head,
And then they
when you're reading that nini, I'm just thinking, it sounds like those, I don't know if you guys know this, but ina sound kama ile news ya Eke Rambauti.
Say what?
Because that is very weird. Oh, so
Eke Rambauti?
Eke Rambauti
Rambauti.
is this Kisi session, news.
Yeah.
It's kwa Egesa FM. Egesa FM. Shout out to Egesa FM.
You just give them a free promo, but that's okay.
I know, right? So I'm just giving a free promo. So if you're Kisi, you probably know what this is. Eke Rambauti is those kind of newses. Newses.
Zilema news.
Ile news yenye ni unexpected. Those kind of things that are weird. Those kind of things that you don't hear about. So to me, when Dan was reading this, I felt like this is some kind of Eke Rambauti. So yeah. So if you do not know, Eke Rambauti is a section in the news channel, Kisi channel, that focuses on awkward, weird kind of news. Yeah. So what do you mean? What do you mean that...
Real talk, Maze. I mean... Stars don't lie.
I mean, the thing in my head is like, why? Like, you're already married,
That was the first thing that came to mind. But I know a particular case, so I can expound.
Please do.
I know this
Please
dude.
do. I
know this guy.
I'm sad.
I know this guy.
Yeah.
I know this guy who was going out with a married woman. Yeah. So they were doing their thing.
When you put it that way, it makes sense. Yeah.
So, in the process of doing their thing, the lady got pregnant. So this was going to be the fourth kid, if I'm not mistaken. But since she was not sure whether it's the husband's or it was this dude's,
Excuse me.
she ended up procuring an abortion.
Damn.
Yeah. That's one case I personally know.
That reminds me of how I have been seeing people on X say that. How a dude decides to do a DNA test and then finds out that they've been taking care of kids that are not theirs. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Married women are cheating.
Make it sound like it's news.
Okay. Have you ever felt like you've just solved a puzzle?
Yeah.
So when you gave that story, it actually made sense.
That's a huge number.
So that's why. That's why it's a lot of married women.
Let me just...
Damn.
That's a lot of... That's a lot of abortions.
Okay, but why don't you use protection if you're cheating on your spouse?
Nakula sweet na wrapper.
You are supposed to eat the sweet with the wrapper if you're cheating.
You think so?
Yeah.
Would you cheat?
No. Why?
But I don't know why I expected that.
I feel like when you get... What did you expect?
I mean, of course, that's the answer.
What did you expect? What do you mean? I feel like if you're going to cheat, there's no need of getting to that point of wanting to cheat. Why don't you just tell whoever is in the picture that...
A very close friend of mine told me that.
I'm done.
Yeah. I know, that's easy, right?
Yeah. I honestly, I can't... What is it called? Is it fathom? I can't fathom the guilt of being with someone. I mean, of pretending to be with someone and still be cheating with someone else.
You're speaking for yourself.
I'm speaking for myself. Definitely.
Bless your soul, Maze.
Amen.
For ground vitu tofauti.
I don't know, but...
Yo, guys are just giving it out.
It wouldn't sit right with me.
Guys are giving it out like TikTok.
Like njugu.
Unataka? Shika. Shika. It's... Things are happening out here. Yo. It's crazy.
Oh my God, he did not just say unataka shika.
Unataka shika.
What?
In fact,
they're
the ones who are going for the dudes. This married women. I'm not saying all of them. Of course, there are some of them who are amazing. I know some of them.
Women, do better. Do better.
Do better.
Aye,
you really have to be specific. Do better with what?
Do better in your marriages.
How does better look like?
Better looks like if you're going through challenges, leave that relationship. Tell the person you are,
Take your 4 kids and leave.
yeah.
Women,
Or co-parent.
would you do that?
Co-parent, not
Comment
take
up
them
our
and leave
section.
them. No, co-parent.
Co-parent.
But you don't have to be doing that. I mean,
Chances of co-parenting are really low right now. You know that, right?
you know what? I feel like the statistics of co-parenting is higher right now.
For real?
I haven't checked it, but I feel like it is. Because
You probably need to check.
I
But
need
don't
to
assume,
check.
don't
I need to
assume.
check. But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
On the social media platforms I am in, I feel like I see a lot of people saying how they are single mothers, single fathers, and co-parenting and all that. I
And
feel
it's
like,
working for them, yeah?
yeah, single parentinghood has been very, it has been normalized.
Yeah.
It has come to a point where people think that you don't have to be to be in a relationship, that you can just parent as
People are going into single parenthood
exactly.
with their eyes wide open. They're like, yo, we don't even have to get married. Let's just
But
get a kid or get kids.
I personally feel like no, a kid does not deserve a single parent.
I agree. Actually, I think yeah, it's true. I don't think
Personally,
it's
I
it's
do
really,
not. You know,
quite
right now,
unfair.
because the kids are young, you might think, oh, well, we can do this, we can co-parent, nini, nini.
Mm-hmm.
But as the kid grows older,
Yeah,
I feel like both parents need to be involved.
absolutely.
I would say I am speaking from a personal experience. Not that I've been raised by a single parent, but I see what death did to us. We became a single parenthood because of death.
Yeah,
And then seeing the struggles that my mom goes through to raise me and my brother and having to face that teenagehood phase, it's not easy. As in,
yeah.
I feel like younger parents think that this can work out, but in future times, this is a great mess. This is one of those modern messes. I'm sure
Yeah, it's true.
we
I mean,
will.
the stats.
I'm
the
sure
stats.
this is one of those modern messes that we are going to recurringly talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the stats don't lie. I mean, majority of the people in prison
Yeah,
they come from single parent.
this modern world is so
yeah.
messed up.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, but now, how would you how do you think a dude or a lady should go about? I remember Elon Musk. He's one of those guys who actually he's in a single parenting situation, you know, with his 4 baby mamas, right? Yeah. Then there's this other dudes on this other side who don't have as much money as Elon Musk. They can go to court. They can't really, gain access.
yeah.
So the lady got the kid and vamoosed
vamoosed.
with the kid. Yeah, so this
It's
girl's
funny
like
how
a spam
we both
donor.
thought about vamoosed. Yeah.
So if vamoosed with the kid must say, I mean, what about those ones? How do they go about it? For the sake of the kid, also for the sake of their mental health, because you can be sure taking a kid away from a father, it's definitely going to impact on the father's mental health negatively.
Here's the thing. Sometimes it's not the father's wish to be away.
Absolutely.
But then again,
Let a deadbeat.
and it did bit, right? I feel like just keep trying. It's hard.
Trying what?
Try showing up.
How? You don't even have the new number. Yeah, the mama. So how do you try?
Okay, when you don't have access completely to them,
Yeah.
that's difficult. But if you're really like curious, we have private investigators
Okay.
who can do the digging and find those kind of contacts.
Okay.
You just try. Just send a birthday card, whatever. Once the kid is old enough to understand that there can be two sides to a coin.
Oh, speaking of birthday, it's my son's birthday. Shout out
Oh, what's his name?
Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike.
MJ, AJ.
Nice. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to Mike.
Dude is turning 10.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I know, right?
That is an information that I did not have.
You did. Shit.
Okay. That
Yeah.
is nice. Oh, happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike. For sure.
I also have a special someone who's celebrating their birthday tomorrow.
Awesome.
So that's why we couldn't do the podcast tomorrow. Because kesho niko birthday ya mtu.
Birthday. Yeah.
All I'm going to say is happy birthday, Wakili, in advance.
Happy birthday, Reggie, since we're already in that mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Birthday, Reggie. Love you. Now, the thing is, how do you help such a dude?
That's tricky.
It is, right? I have a friend who advises men not to chase. They're like, okay, ameamua kwenda na mtoi, let them go with the kid.
Yeah.
Just forget about him. Let him, if she's going to come back or he's going to come back, let them come back. But just let it go. What do you
that's
think?
hard.
What do you think of that?
That is a hard thing to do. Letting someone who your blood.
Yeah.
No, that is hard.
It
Personally, I wouldn't know what to do in that situation. But I feel like fights. If you really want to be in your kid's life, fight for it.
Fight for
it. I know the battle is hard,
Yeah.
but fight for it.
Is it worth it though?
It is. I feel like if I was ever in a position where I didn't know who my dad was, I would have wanted him to fight for me.
You would have wanted him to fight for you.
Yeah, I would have wanted to know that he actually fought for me.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, because if you just let it go, the kid will grow up knowing that this nigga did not even care about
But the kid
who
is
we
going to
are.
look for the father like when they turn 18. Or
How sure are you? Because let me tell you, for instance, if the kid is growing up with a mom, and the mom ends up saying, "Oh, your dad died," or "Sijui nini,"
Your dad ain't shit.
you think he or she will
That
look for you
nigga
after
ain't
18?
shit.
Ama, your mom can tell you that person died a long time ago.
That nigga got hit by a garbage truck.
Alikuwa makanga huko akakanyagwa na gari.
Shit.
Hey, nadhani utatafutwa. So dwelling on it, you akifika 18 atakutafuta.
That's some cold shit.
It doesn't usually work like that, unfortunately. Yeah.
That's tricky, eh? That's really tricky. I mean,
It's a tricky subject, but I feel like you should just fight. Fight
But-
for your
but
fight for
then
your blood.
But then I get back to abortions. Why would you be in a relationship where you definitely don't want to be intimate with your partner? You cheat on them, you get pregnant, and then you end up being a statistic.
That's why I initially
What's up with
said.
that? Don't you have friends who are like, you know?
That's why I initially said, according to me, if you're already thinking about cheating on your partner, just put that marriage to rest. Just say it's not working out.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
3 kids, 4 kids.
Here's the
later?
thing. And this is where we break societal norms. I keep saying that as for me and my future, if it got to a point where I was married, I had kids, and it ended up not working out,
Yeah.
I would let that relationship go. As much as I know that society would judge me, oh, she was married and then she divorced and then got married.
Don't you think?
I will find happiness wherever it is. I'll divorce you, find happiness, get married. If it ends, divorce you, get happiness.
20 years from now, you're not going to be getting as frequent messages from suitors as it
You
is
think.
right now. I don't think I know.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
How am I wrong?
You're wrong. Because I feel like people in their 40s still are still very much.
You're in your prime right now, you're fine as,
That's the thing. You're saying 20 years from now. 20 years from now, I'll be 48. I'll still be hot.
It's amazing how you don't mind saying your age out loud.
I don't mind.
That's
I
dope.
am 28.
That's really dope. Man. I have to give it to you.
I am 28 and I am very proud of it. So, yeah.
You never ask a
20
lady
years from
their
now.
age. You never ask a lady their age.
No,
You hear that a lot.
here's the thing. I feel like what gives me the confidence is because me and my mom are 20 years apart.
For real?
Yeah.
Your mom got you at 20?
Yeah. So,
Yo, Mama CK. Hi.
so you see, I see how hot my mom is at 48. And I just know I have those genes.
Yeah.
So, and she's never been afraid to say.
She's really good looking.
Yeah, she's never been afraid to say how old she is. I mean, I love how my mom takes in life, and that's all I embrace from her. So I am proudly 28, and I am not afraid to be 48 because I know I am going to look like Celestine Bitutu.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Did she get married after your dad RIP'd?
No.
She stayed
She's
single.
actually single. But
is she searching?
I wouldn't
I'm not
mind
asking for me.
if she was searching. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. If she was searching me, she's young.
She's young, yeah.
Yeah, so.
And she's really good looking, I can attest to that.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's tough though.
So, what I'm saying is, I still feel like 48 to 50-year-olds are still attractive people who can find people.
To 50
Not very many men. I mean, there are men in their 50s who are single.
It's different from men, right?
It's not.
Trump,
You know, at 50, you're not looking for someone who can take care of your family.
What do you mean?
When you turn 50, are you trying to look for someone who's going to take care of your family? Your family is already like adults.
Let me see.
You have adult kids.
Jojo married at 50.
Exactly.
Jojo got a kid at how old?
50,
Yo.
50, got kids, died at 100 and something.
What was the name of this actor? Very famous.
And DiCaprio.
DiCaprio just got a kid. The kid is turning 2, I think, or 3, yeah?
What I'm saying is at 40s, 50s,
De Niro. Oh, the DiCaprio.
at 40s, 50s, you're not looking for someone to come take care of your kids or start family. Okay, well, a few people start families with, but I feel like at that age, you're looking for someone for companionship, someone you can travel with, someone you can live life with.
How does companionship work? I mean, I hear companionship. Oh, people get married for companionship. Companionship this, companionship that. How does it work?
I mean,
what about if you get bored with this person's company?
How can you get bored with them? Companionship is just like friendship. If you're looking for someone just for companionship, that's like a friend for life.
You're not going to be bored with them.
Why would you be bored?
Yeah, have you never been bored with the next of yours? Like ulika tu hivi tu siku moja akiongea ukamwangalia uko like jamani, this is my life. Is this what my life has become?
That has never been me. Just to set the record clear.
For real? You never looked at that dude and be like, what the fuck?
Let me tell you, I feel like I'm curious. Okay. I'm curious. And every day I try to find something new to look forward to. So I have never found myself in a place where I was bored in a relationship that I was in.
What made you guys end your last relationship?
Most of my relationships have ended because of Lack of communication.
Lack of communication.
Yes, nothing to do with
How does lack of communication look like?
inconsistency,
Inconsistency.
nonchalance.
Nonchalance.
Yes.
For those people who don't know what nonchalance means, I'm just going to look it up right now, and
Oh, so you don't also know what it means?
I came to find out the meaning recently.
Oh my God.
So I'm sure a lot of people don't know.
Hey, producer, I beg that we put a pause on that as Dan checks for nonchalance as I take a break.
Nonchalance. Nonchalance. The state of being nonchalant. But this is a good thing. It's a bad thing.
Being cold.
Big
Cold as fuck.
Being cold as fuck.
Not being a reaction to anything.
Basi uko tu stoic hapo tu.
Do storm, I'm cold.
Umekauka. Nonchalance. Yeah.
Basically, that's it.
Kwani unanga feelings? Haunanga feelings? Yeah. Can't argue with that. Yeah.
Because it's a mess.
What's your story?
Ah,
We all love a story.
we can't even finish it in one night.
just give one.
Aye.
Maybe not the craziest, but top 3, just choose one.
Of the Nairobi mess.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nairobi mess. Nairobi mess.
Yeah.
There's this mess where Nairobi men will go for a Nairobi babe, date a Nairobi babe, break up with a Nairobi babe, and go after the Nairobi babe's friends. That's such a mess.
Sometimes it's the friend who goes.
No, I mean, in very rare occasions. Yeah. Most occasions is usually the Nairobi men going for the friends after they break up with the babes. Because, I mean, what usually goes through your mind? I mean, what's the thought process on that? Because I don't understand how I would date a guy and then break up with this guy, know that this guy is very close friends with these people, and then go ahead and still try to get with his friends.
I was about to say that I've never found myself in such a predicament.
Because honestly, I don't understand what you think you would talk to this other babe about after you break. I mean, now the friend. What are you going... I mean, if she... Well, in case I get box, what do you think your conversations are going to be about? As in, she's in the same circle as the babe you were dating before her. I mean, it's messed up. For me, it sounds messed up.
Don't you have friends who have done that?
No.
Like, they were together with this dude,
Uh-huh.
and then after they broke up, another friend just got into this to the picture.
No. I actually have very amazing friends. Shout out to all my friends because I have a very close circle of friends, and I have not been in such a predicament.
You're talking about, I mean, even back to right after high school. Yeah. Do you find yourself in such a predicament?
Well, to be honest with you, Dan, after high school,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I know what a boyfriend was.
After high school?
After high school.
It was only until campus.
It was only until campus.
That's interesting.
So I can't relate. And then there's another thing is, I feel like for babes, when after you get with a guy, once you say, I am done with him, I feel like you're saying you're done with him and everything that has to do with him. His friends, his everything, you get.
For really, with the
yeah,
friends?
so there's no way you'd go back to Ati. try link up with his friend because you're done with this. You want nothing to do with this person. You want to get him out of your head. Nini nini. So the best way is to cut everything that revolves around him.
Why should it have to be like that? I mean, umekosana na mimi. Where are my friends coming in?
I feel like people say women they lead with the heart and men lead with the head.
Okay.
So if my heart was attached to you, I want to detach from everything that involves you. For you, it was just the head. So maybe you would want to link up with another babe that is involved with me because for you, it didn't go to the heart. Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Is that true though? That men only think with their heads and not their hearts?
I mean, that's something you should tell me.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think men are the ones who really love. If you look at the character developments happening in Nairobi, the ones that make up for the Nairobi mess that you're talking about. And 80% of the reason why divorce is happening right now is women. The stats don't lie.
Expound.
Yeah. You're happily married, and then boom, like what happened with Dr. Dre. Dude is there mourning the grandma, and then boom, divorce papers served
You know,
at the funeral.
I feel like kidogo you're digressing. We are on Nairobi mess.
Okay.
I need to know how women in Nairobi are making it a higher percentage on the divorce side. I mean, how is it that women in Nairobi...
Majority of divorces are initiated by the females. The beautiful women of Nairobi. Yeah.
I'm not saying that is true because I've not seen the statistics.
Okay.
But I'd like to say that the reason women have become dangerous is because men started the game. And then women felt like two can play the game. So here we are. We're all playing this game. What say you?
I know the stats. So I know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Most of the divorces are initiated by ladies. Yeah.
I feel like I am someone who really relies on facts. So best believe we will revisit this topic after I see the statistics.
We will have to.
So you were telling me about this what is it called? Trump versus Elon.
Trump versus Elon.
Yeah.
Man, that was
me.
quite a showdown, yeah?
So what was going on?
So Elon shows up, I believe that was sometime recently, less than a week ago or two. Elon shows up, he has resigned, he's no longer the head of Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. It's like, I'm out of here. But one peculiar thing that really caught my eye was the bruise he had on his, I believe it was his right eye,
Okay.
It's like someone really gave him a good punch, Of course, he came out and said, when I was asked by one of the reporters, he said that it was his kid, X, who punched him. Yeah. But then again, he's in politics and we know how politics goes, yeah?
It's a dirty game.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Elon falls out with Trump. They are trying to put up a good picture, for the camera and all the fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fake news is not me. That's how they call them, of course. So, later on, he goes on a rampage on X, and he's all out. He even mentioned that Trump is in the Epstein list, and that's the reason why they have not made it public yet.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I saw that. I saw when Elon was ranting. I call it ranting because when you're tweeting a lot of posts at the same time. I
That
call
was a
it
lot of-
ranting.
that was a lot of
So I was
posts.
like, in my head, I was like, okay, is this actually true, or is this just some, I wouldn't even say showbiz, because those are two of the world famous people. So you wouldn't
It's like
call
the
it,
wealthiest dude versus
So
the
it's not
most
like
powerful
they're
dude.
trying to like get attention
Yeah.
from other people. So I was actually 50-50 on that topic, because I don't know if this is actually true, but at the same time, Elon is tweeting a lot. For me, it's still Twitter. Mambo ya X.
The guy is always
So
tweeting.
what are we supposed to say when someone is tweeting on X? What do we say? He's Xing.
They're posting. They're Xing.
They're Xing.
Yeah.
So what do you call a retweet?
A retweet. A
A
repost.
re-X.
A re-X.
I don't get it, but that's all I don't know. I didn't really much focus on that, but I think like a day or two later, I saw that Elon said that we have hashed it out or something like that.
Yeah, it was so
I mean, and then you see when Elon was ranting,
yeah.
he said something about those files not coming out. I don't know what files. Yeah.
The Epstein,
And
the
then
Epstein files,
people started posting some old videos of Trump
yeah.
at parties.
Having a good time.
Yeah. At some
Hey,
parties.
look at that, she's
And
fine.
you know what? I realized that Trump has not changed. The way he used to look
Yeah.
as a young man is the same face he has as an old.
Even the way he talks.
Oh
he's
my
just the
god!
same dude,
But that dude used to party. If those are actual footages, yeah.
I think everyone should have a friend like a Trump friend.
I mean,
Don't you think?
no.
No.
I wouldn't want a Trump kind of friend.
Well, I mean, the guy's a party animal.
Okay, why would you want Trump as a friend? Because he's a party animal.
Yeah.
I don't see that right now, but from those videos, I see that he used to party in his days. Even when,
Do you think he stopped? Do you think he stopped?
well, now that he's the president, it is very hard to know those kind of facts.
I don't think he stopped. I think
But
the guy
he is.
really having a
I
good
actually
time.
think he's a party guy, because you see, he used to be friends with Didi.
Was he President Didi though?
He used to know Didi. Didn't you see the interview where he was asked if Didi was sentenced, would he like pardon him after some years? And then he said, I don't know what, I can't remember what exactly he said, but he said that they used to be friends, but they haven't talked for a while. He used to like Didi, but I don't know. I can't remember the actual thing he said, but they used to be close with Didi at some point.
Ain't no party like a Didi party. do you think, what's up with all this Didi thing? What do you
By
think
the
they're
way,
up to?
You see, the Didi thing is actually very crazy. Like, that's a mess. That's that's a modern mess.
That's a crazy.
That's a
crazy
modern mess.
Because honestly, I looked at the texts between, is it Cassie or Casey?
Casey, yeah.
Casey, yeah. Between Casey and Didi, and she really seems to like all that freaky stuff.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is a modern mess, because tell me, that's kinkiness. It's a
kinkiness.
modern thing.
But ladies like it kinky. Let's be real. Choke me.
I don't know.
Be honest.
No comments.
Do me no comment.
No comment. But here's the thing. I feel like as much as Didi is on the wrong, that I feel like he shouldn't be crucified for everything that was going on, because based on the evidence that was coming up, Casey was very involved in these things as well.
Yeah, she was really into it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can't really just judge Didi and not judge Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens when you go head to head with a bigger man. They always try to show you.
Yeah.
It looks very political.
On a lighter note, I want to ask, do you know this? Do you know why it is that people say? Okay, let me just refer to this
By all means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what it means, but how to put it?
Yeah.
How to put it? So there's this tweet that said, "The bed is in the middle of the room. Approach with caution." So a lady posted a photo. This photo.
Yeah, JB, you love to put this up.
This photo. Yeah. So
Caution.
someone said, "The bed is in the middle of the room. Approach with caution." Do you know what that actually means?
What does it actually mean? It's the first time I'm hearing of that. I'm that old school.
So when someone tweets, "The bed is in the middle of the room. Approach with caution," you wouldn't know what they're trying to say.
Are you gonna tell me or what?
Okay, let me just say it.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, from what I've heard, there's this Ugandan comedian. He's called who? Uncle something.
Uncle?
This guy who is always wearing an overall, a grey overall,
I agree overall.
talking about Uganda.
Hey, JB, do you know the guy? Nah. Okay.
I'll get his name. He's called Uncle something, but he usually does these videos where he's saying,
It already sounds funny.
he's saying, if you do these kind of things, it shows that you're still in poverty. Like,
Okay.
you have not made it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could remember. Anyway, so part of the things that he was saying, if you do these things, you've not made it yet, was if your bed is in the corner, of the bedroom, like you get out from if you get out from one side of your bed, you still need to work hard.
You have to agree with it.
Yeah.
I agree with you entirely.
So that's why you see this tweet is saying the bed is in the middle. So you have to approach with caution. If you don't have mullah, it's going to be a difficult one for you, because if her bed is already in the middle, then she is well off.
So there's no room for dating for broke men,
yeah? I feel like a relationship is more smooth when there are resources.
When there's chums, yeah.
When there is resources. Resources is money. Like, it's hard to be in a relationship when there is no money involved. I feel like, I personally think, I wouldn't get into a relationship if I knew I was broke.
You were broke or the dude was broke? Or both?
If I was also broke, because...
What about if the dude is broke?
He also should not get into a relationship if he is broke. Because I wouldn't.
Meaning falling in love is something that can be controlled, yeah? You can go like, nilikuwa nimekunoki lakini hiyo mfuko yako vile inakaa, I regress.
It also cannot, okay, I mean, I can't really say that you can control it.
Have you ever dated a broke guy? And how did that go?
I wouldn't say that he was broke, but I would say that we were all trying. We were all like...
Jaribu tu.
Ndio tulikuwa tumeanza life, so sisi wote tuna struggle.
Je, Kanairo watu wakisema wanajaribu tu, guys are moving around with Range Rovers.
Yeah. No, I haven't, I can't really say that I've dated a broke guy. We were just on the same level, trying to get better.
Maybe you're also broke.
Yeah. Two broke people can actually properly date.
That's cool. But I mean, it's true anyway.
Not that I'm rich, but you see what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so...
The dating has definitely been, with this modern mess, dating has become an extreme sport.
Yeah. Okay, related to that, the thing about, as a man, do you feel like you can date when you're broke?
I don't think I can date at all right now after my past experiences. Sometimes I see myself... Actually, if I sit down and think about my future, like 50 years from now, the picture I see is myself alone. Like, yeah? You get it?
50 years from now?
Yeah.
Alone?
Yeah. That picture,
How so?
it's so perfect. I mean, I can picture that. I mean, I try to picture myself being with someone. Negative inachomeka wazi.
But you know,
It
remember-
doesn't make sense.
I remember you were telling me that you've always seen love as something that
It's beautiful.
you said you started seeing
awesome.
it as beautiful.
I have always seen it like that.
If you've always seen it as beautiful, then how do you want to be alone in the next 50 years?
It's not that I want to be alone. It's just that I can't picture myself being in that setup.
Okay, what's stopping you from picturing that?
Have you ever... You watch basketball, right?
I do.
Do you play basketball?
No, I don't.
There you go.
Okay. Oh well. I was trying to go towards that point where I was asking about if you would date when broke, because I feel like there is so much pressure.
No, I don't think I would. It's not fair. I don't think it's fair to me. It's not fair to the girl.
There is so much pressure around men dating when they're stable enough.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's hard. As for me, at my age, I see people who are my age mates, but they are men, and how much more they have to put in, because you see me right now, if I'm in a relationship, I expect that the man I end up with should be at least somewhere above me, you know?
So ladies are actually a pagamers. It's a true fact. Yeah?
Kinda. I wouldn't completely disagree.
It's allowed, yeah?
Yeah, so you see how a guy my age has more pressure than me, because he needs to provide, he needs to make sure that he can sustain his babes and all that. I feel like if I was a man, that would have been a lot of pressure for me.
Yeah.
And that brings me to mental health, men's mental health.
It's crazy.
It's June and it's Men's Mental Health Month.
And it's,
some of the things that would disturb me if I was a man, hiyo mambo ya kuprovidea mtu na tuko tu around the same age.
Watu.
Like
Kuprovidea watu.
Yeah, sometimes it's watu, by the way. Yeah. So how do you deal with your mental health? How do you struggle with mental health as a man?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Okay. I go to the gym a lot. That helps a lot. I'm going to say something quite outrageous. I think all men should go to the gym. In fact, on that dating bit, if the dude doesn't go to the gym, you should break up with them. Like, right after this.
JB, do you go to the gym?
JB should be seated over there.
You do what?
I run, I ride bicycles. Yeah, I'm pretty active.
Okay, that's nice.
So you keep your heart rate up there. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's one
I wouldn't. I don't know where to. I feel like there is no one to support. There is no one to support people who don't go to the gym on this set, because we are both fitness people. We all go to the
You go
gym.
to the gym a lot.
I go to the gym, yes,
Yeah.
and
Good for
obviously, I would want to have an
It's looking
active
good on you
partner.
too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'd want to have an active partner. Yeah, so I feel, the gym helps you.
Yes, it does. A lot.
And I agree with you. I feel like actually people should start going to the gym as early as in their 20s. Because I've seen people who are in the gym, sorry to say, older people in the gym struggling with keeping up
Yeah.
with fitness because they started it at a later age.
So there's no muscle memory. They have to
Yeah.
build it from scratch. Yeah. that can be quite a challenge.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So besides going to the gym,
I'm not so sure about therapy, but I hear it. There's this dude who came to pray during the national.
Benny Hinn.
No,
Ama
not
which
Benny
one?
Hinn. Benny Hinn is the guy who angushes people. The one who prayed for.
See, he was in Kenya last year. Nyayo.
No, not that guy.
Oh,
I'm
there's
talking about
another one.
There's this prayer breakfast that happens every year.
That one for Safari Park,
Does it happen at Safari Park?
I guess.
So lost. I'm so out of touch with that. But then again, there's this dude, It's State House, yeah?
Almost the house.
Yeah.
I thought
There was this American, I think he's an American pastor or something, and he was talking about. No. The guy was at the prayer breakfast, yeah? And he was talking about. He was talking about how his kids have grown up, how Gen Zs need to be listened to. It was quite a trend that day. Yeah, and he talked about one of his kids being a therapist, and he goes to the kid who's a therapist, and he has therapy sessions with the kid, his own child. He has like 5 kids or 6, I think. One of them is a banker, so he needs like financial advice. He goes to the child who's there.
this is the first time I'm hearing that, but yeah.
Yeah. I think we can always look for that clip and play it. But the guy was talking about therapy. He talked about therapy. Like it's a normal thing. So I was like, maybe I should go to therapy. I should go for therapy. I mean,
Therapy is a lie.
therapy is a lie.
Why do you
That
think
speaks for so
therapy is a
many
lie?
Therapy, they don't solve any issues.
They don't solve any issues.
Are you talking from experience?
Have you been to a therapy session?
Abba?
Yeah, it's principle, it's practical. They just tell you, okay, what do you want to do?
So they just guide you. They just guide you.
Yeah, and it's quite expensive too. I mean,
But you see, sometimes you need the guidance because you don't know what route to take.
You don't have to go to therapy.
Washituki Ndukulu.
You just have to discover yourself. Yeah?
How are you going to do
You have
that?
to sit down, examine their problems,
How are you going to do?
analyze yourself.
How are you going?
Exactly.
You have to be
You see,
self-aware.
a therapist is there to bring the awareness.
It's there to eat your money.
So it's like the tour guide.
Yeah, he is the tour guide of your mental state. You get.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that as a man, how you cope with your mental health is you go to the gym
Yeah.
and you are considering therapy.
I'm not considering therapy. I am researching on therapy.
Or you're researching on therapy.
Yes. I don't know how
Okay.
it works. Have you been have you been to a therapy session?
No.
Would you?
But you see,
Yeah.
I don't think I need therapy sessions when I have friends.
My ex was crazy about it after that. Like,
I feel like my therapy is my friends, my close friends, the ones I can trust. Once I rant to my friends, I think I'm ready to move on from that topic. But you see, the difference is men hardly talk about
their problems.
their problems.
Yeah.
You see, unlike
Si tuna
us.
shida zetu tusikize zako kwa nini?
Yeah, you
Wacha
see.
nishike drink nikichekiwa rembo hivi. So maybe also looking at women is one of the ways to do
I
this.
feel like you guys should take a leaf from us women
Okay.
when it comes to mental health. Najua most men wouldn't want to hear that because, you know, we are the lead. Men lead, women follow.
Can you imagine me sitting here with JB and I'm just telling him all my problems? Hey, Mazi bro, I have these problems.
That is the problem.
And
I
you
feel
got to
like
listen to me.
every time I talk to my girl or my girls,
Yeah.
when I share, they also get the confidence or courage to share.
Okay.
So you see, we are trauma bonding, but it's working.
Trauma bonding.
And then we kind of find solutions or decide, acha tu ikae hivyo, you know. So yeah. What other thing do you think men should do to help them
This one
sort their mental?
This one I don't think. This one I know for certain because I've tried it. It works. Traveling.
Ah,
Just get out of town. Pack
Now
your
there-
bags, leave for like a week.
You have
disappear.
me.
Yeah.
You have me.
And make sure you
On
carry
traveling.
your speaker. Play some loud music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the beach. Yeah.
Or sometimes just talk to your girlfriends if you can't talk to men.
Okay. That was such a curveball, but
Yeah, you can travel, but you
That was
know,
such
the
a
thing with
curveball.
traveling, the thing with, the thing
Yeah.
with traveling
Yeah, see,
is that
Jamaica was good to you.
the T. Yeah, I usually have a problem with the T and THs.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the kissy side of the Kalenjin one, but anyways. So traveling, I feel like with traveling, you can always travel. But you will go to coasts and you will say you're unwinding from your troubles, nini. And whatever troubles you had, if you left them in Nairobi,
Yeah.
once you get back.
They'll be waiting for you. Yeah.
So these are some of the facts about men and mental health. We have only 36% of men with mental health issues seek help.
Only 36%.
36%, yeah? And then we have 40% have never talked to anyone about the struggles. And
What
then
percentage is that again?
40.
40.
Yeah, as I was saying, men don't talk to each other about their struggles.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
bottle it up until they die.
And you guys should try. You should try and talk to your friends or your family more about your struggles, regardless of whether they'll help or not. I feel like, for me, sometimes I just rant. I know that I might not get a solution from it, but it's better to get it out of my system. Another fact is that many men fear being judged or seen as less of a man. But who said there is a scale of what a man should be? Who judges what more of a man is for you to feel less of a man?
Would you rather be with a stoic dude or a dude who's just crying all the time?
I want to be with someone who's aware of themselves. So whether you're stoic or whether you are
How does aware look like?
aware, looks like you understand your feelings. You understand when you are happy. You understand when you're low, when you need some time off. You have to have conscious of at what point of life you're in. Because for me, I know that I'll not be 100 every day. So I need a man who understands that he is okay today, and if he's not feeling fine tomorrow, he needs to also be able to articulate that today, I'm on the down low. Yeah. So I feel like it doesn't matter whether you're stoic or whether you're, what do I say? Whether you have feelings, whether you're emotional. You
Yeah.
just have to be aware. Yeah. Aware of your feelings, aware of where you are, and aware of what you need. Because I feel like if you're talking about someone who's stoic, a lot of people pretend to be stoic, but deep down,
They're dying, yeah?
exactly. I don't want to be with someone who pretends. So, yeah, that's what I would say. Moving on, another point is that traditional masculinity norms, like be strong and don't cry, are keeping men silent.
I mean, let's just pull up a bit. I mean, so you're feeling down today as a mom.
Yeah.
So what happens? You're aware that you're not in the mood.
So go through it. Like, as a woman, if I feel down, I know that I'm not going to pretend to be okay. I just know today is not the day. I'm going to be in my feelings. But I know that I can't be like this forever. okay sawa, I can give myself a break. Sawa, leo sijisikii, yani sisikii kabisa, hata sijui nasikia nini, lakini sijui ni nini, lakini sisikii.
Unasikia ujui aje.
Nasikia sijui aje, but it's today. I let myself feel sijui aje today, and then tomorrow I decide that kesho sitaki kufeel sijui aje. Kesho is a new day, new struggles, new possibilities. So I roll with that. Instead of pretending, okay, niko sawa, and deep down unajua siko fiti.
You know society is a bit friendlier with women, right?
I thought we were moving to the modern age. Are we not trying to...
We're trying to do that, but in reality, where are we?
I feel like our age, we really don't dwell on societal culture or values. We decide what we want to be.
Even here in Africa?
Can't you see what's happening with Gen Zs?
The Gen Z? The Gen Z are a special breed.
But they're also African. And they also have cultures and traditions where they've been from.
The Gen Z are a very peculiar breed. I mean, there's something to be studied.
No.
Yeah, for real.
You can't bring the Western ideology to us, want us to embrace it, and then when we start embracing it, you want to call us a special breed. You see, growing up from traditions and all that, we adopted a lot of Western ways. Religion, education. Basically, most of the things have been adopted from the Western ways. How we dress, communication, mambo za simu, nini nini. So, there's no way you can introduce all that and then not want Gen Zs to embrace that Western way and adopt it as a way of life. And then start saying they are a special breed.
By saying they're a special breed, I don't mean it in a bad way. Yeah. I mean, I admire their courage. Sometimes their blind approach to things. Yeah.
That reminds me, there is this guy who was called for an interview.
Okay.
A Gen Z. So he was called for an interview, like, let's say, not the exact words, but let's say he was called for an interview like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then he said, I can't be available tomorrow because it's my mom's birthday. Na sitaweza kufika by kesho. So he asked the interviewer if they can reschedule. So the interviewer akasema, we don't know if that space will still be there if we reschedule. So if we wouldn't have gotten someone, we will let you know. And then the Gen Z said, checky boss, I'm not an option. Like, if you want to go on with the interviews, just proceed without me and get your match. So people were arguing. What are you going to argue? Like, is it professional for someone to reject an interview when they are the ones who needed the work? I feel like he was right because
it's something that he's saying the truth.
He's saying the truth.
Able to come back to Nairobi.
So he missed him.
Of an hour to get to the interview.
Yeah.
Where was he?
We don't know where he was. We don't know where he was, but he was not there.
He wasn't in town that day.
Yeah.
Plus, he's not an option.
Yeah, he's not an option. You know, the thing with Gen Zs, I feel like Gen Zs know their worth.
They know their
But maybe where to draw the boundary is the issue.
They don't know their worth.
What do they
They don't
know?
know their worth.
I think they know their worth.
They do.
But The world does not run that way.
I think they're just young.
But the world is, that is where we are in the world right now.
I believe they want change, but
That is a generation that has evolved. It's not like the millennials.
but with change comes resistance.
Millennials have kids.
But the world is
For
evolving.
Gen Zs, there are people who are self-aware straight from when they went to school.
Millennials have responsibilities right now, like a lot. Exactly, because for Gen Zs, they are not yet at that point where you can't fuck around.
For Gen
Basically.
Zs, we don't give a fuck. We say,
Exactly.
it's this or that. It's black or white. There's no.
I feel like they're aware of their worth.
You think so?
For that guy who was going for the interview, when he said, I cannot be able to make it the interview, and it's okay. Like if you found somebody else, like proceed. Set him and then okay, and we will see
If we will still have that position.
Look so busy.
Plus, come on.
Ati sitakuja hii interview kwa sababu ni
Ni
birthday.
birthday ya mamake na
They
ako
are not
mbali.
in town.
Eh.
So always expect kama niko
You know the
Kuja Nairobi.
the millennials who don't even know their mom's birthdays.
That's
Now, hiyo sijui nitaitaje, but that is the reasons
Coco
why.
is the first one that came to mind.
No,
millennials wako na vitu mingi. Hiyo anakatai.
that's the reason why a lot of millennials cannot bond with their parents, because
For real.
how do you not know your mom's birthday? Do you know your mom's birthday?
Do I know my mom's birthday? Are you asking me?
Yes,
Like
I
on
am.
camera?
I am asking you. Do you know your mom's
You know,
birthday? I'm putting you on the
I'm
spotlight.
not a subject here, kindly. Be nice. But for real, Mazi.
I feel like
Complaining about Gen Zs, imagine Gen Alphas.
Gen Alphas. I think Gen Alphas are the shit.
Everything. So imagine a Gen Alpha.
Gen Alphas are like the...
So how would you say, man?
Let me think for me. I think with every generation, inakuja with some certain change. As you can see during the 80s and the 90s, when kina Orengo, kina Rao, somewhat they were the youth back then.
Yeah.
But, they did their thing, which led to the 1982, the multi-party.
Yeah, 92.
82,
Yeah,
Moi did his thing.
Yeah.
And then I think it was 1990 something, when he shifted to the multi-party.
Yeah.
He gave these boys the voice. They were then Bako Rengo, University of Nairobi.
Those guys
I
are
think,
still the politicians.
yeah,
today.
the politicians. Yeah, let's not go there, but
Of course.
with every decade, I think with every generation, there comes that resistance, that the need of change.
Yeah.
People want something new, something fresh, something that they themselves feel like they're part of. So I think sometimes, it is just generational. With every decade, I think 2 to 3 decades, there must be some people will come to revolutionize everything. The young
You
people
see-
who feel like they're not attached to the older generation. So they feel like their views, their opinions are felt like they do not matter. But to them, they feel like it's a need of urgency. You must deal with our problems right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Not tomorrow, but today.
How old is the oldest Gen Z right now?
Gen Z.
They're not even 30.
Gen Z is like from 1997 or 96.
Yeah.
27.
97. The oldest should be...
27.
27.
Because from 97.
I'm the
still.
oldest.
You're 27?
28, right?
28.
28.
90, yeah, 28.
27, right?
Yeah.
That's the oldest Gen Z.
Yeah, that's the oldest Gen Z.
So you see, I feel like the world is evolving, and Gen Zs are part of the world evolving. So I feel like you guys should just get along.
Who is you guys?
anyone who's against the Gen Zs.
Anyone who's not a Gen Z. Or the
Yeah, so
older.
you see, the thing is, Gen Zs are not trying to like come on and say, oh, we are the ones who know what this world is about.
Yeah.
They're just people who are also growing up, but they have seen how you guys have grown up and they don't want to be that. Hawataki kufinyiliwa
You know,
hivyo.
the thing is, everyone was 20-year-old at some point.
But when you, okay, not you, ama maybe millennials, ama au wengine wanaitwa
yeah.
Gen Xs.
Gen X's, yeah.
When they were in their 20s, they just went along with everything that was being.
Those guys are traumatized. Yeah, those guys are traumatized
But
by
Gen Zs have come out
colonialism
and said,
all that.
mimi sitafinyiliwa. Una get?
Yeah.
They're evolving with the world. Like, even the world pia haitaki kufinyiliwa. The same way.
Maybe for me, I think it's this technology.
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 With the advancement of technology, I think
I mean,
brings new challenges.
information is running.
Information,
This,
information is key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has information
Yeah.
at their fingertips.
Yeah.
In fact,
Mobile phones, you just type, you've got everything.
There's
Back
this-
then, they used to wait for the radio. Unangoja saa moja,
Leonard Mambotela,
saa
RIP.
sita na usiku. Radio was very
Radio
important.
used to go off at 11, I
So
think.
you had to unangoja hiyo time ndo uende kwa radio
Yeah.
listen. But right now just Twitter, what's going on, what's trending.
Yeah. You see,
information at your fingertips.
they say information is power. And that is what Gen Zs have.
Do you think Gen Zs
Information.
do you think they're going to have the same attitude like 10 years from now?
I think they will.
You think so?
Yes. Because information is available a lot nowadays. Information is there through AIs. Information is there through... You can find information everywhere. Kitambo, where do you think you would find the Kenya Constitution?
You'd love to look for the physical
Exactly.
copy.
But saizi, it is very easy for you to find information. And I believe that as long as there is information, Gen Zs will always be empowered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that phrase, information is power, is very powerful.
Yeah.
So I still feel like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, as long as information is still there, Gen Zs are going to be powerful.
But again, information is powerful.
What?
Information is powerful. As much as Gen Z might seem like, you want that information, but what do you do with the information you get?
Yeah. That's,
A lot of people are misusing the information they get.
Yeah, a lot.
They are talking here and there. But again, they really don't understand the laws of the country. But again, at the end of the day, you must read the constitution. You must know how things work. The do's and the rights there, all that. But again, you go back to how the system works.
The system in Africa is so different.
The system is fucked.
But here's the thing, guys. You guys are only focusing on information in terms of constitution.
No.
Let's talk about information in terms of marketing, advertising, influencing. Have you seen how Gen Zs are making money through Instagram, TikTok?
Yeah, true.
That's the kind of information that is empowering them. These people will be rich by the time they're 35 because they have all the information and resources to get there.
Mark Zuckerberg was a billionaire before 30. But he's a millennial.
Okay.
Is it the information?
That's one. That's one in a
Do you think
few.
it's the information that really makes the difference then?
I do.
I visited Bomas of Kenya a while back and nikatembea hapo nikacheki vile our ancestors used to live. And there's something I picked up from all the Bomas I visited, yeah?
Oh, the bombers still exist.
Oh yeah, you should go there and see.
No, sometime back I saw someone saying that wanabomoa bombers sijui wanafanya
Sana
nini.
siasa, wazee.
Anyways,
Politics ni mingi,
continue.
politics ni mingi. But you see, if you go to the bombers of Kenya, they have different.
I have been to those huts.
You've been to them?
Yeah.
Awesome, perfect. So ukienda kwa Wapokomo, Wataita, Watikamba, Zikisi, and all those people, you'll see there's always that main hut,
Yeah,
and then there's that 1, 2, 3
like a kitchen or something. Yeah.
main hut, 1, 2, 3. Sindio? So the main hut, as the guide that day was telling us, the main hut used to be for the big guy, the pops, the head of the family, and that's what he used to put up. And then the first hut is for the first wife, second hut for the second wife, third hut for the third wife. It was a normal thing. Polygamy was a normal thing. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you if you can be in a polygamous marriage because
I'm just going to say I can't.
you can't. Hata kama ni Dangote.
That's on record. There is
Hata
no
Dangote
room.
zi. Okay, sawa.
There is no room for me to be in a polygamous marriage.
Unaenda mbali Dangote, sema hata kama ni mimi.
I can't.
Hata kama ni mimi.
I can't.
Okay, sawa. Sasa,
From previous experiences, I can't.
you tried polygamy. How did that really go, man? That's
Interesting,
eh?
interesting.
That should be another episode.
Yeah. We need to hear more of that.
Chronicles, eh?
Oh my
Chronicles,
god,
was it?
no, that was taken out of context.
So now, see.
Anyways,
Yeah, in the same
let's
context,
get back to topic.
just to allude to what they said earlier. Yeah? Kuboeka na kupeana space.
Yeah.
What do you think in this setup? Yeah, so you have the hubby there, and first of all, I don't think doesn't matter what I think. So thing is, would you be like a proponent to a situation whereby that setup is contained, is actually retained, where the hubby, the husband, the man of the house has his own space, and then the mama has her own bedroom or something like that, because now we are living in this, setup.
I feel like for someone who's used to having their own space, I am not, I wouldn't like shun off that idea.
Okay.
Because, to be honest, I have tried being in a space with someone, and I feel like it is hard. If you get used to being in a space by yourself, getting together with someone is hard. So, for you to say if I'm okay with having a different space with my husband or someone, my partner at the time, it isn't something that I would mind. I actually don't mind it, because I truly believe that we all need our spaces sometimes, because as much as this is a commitment and we are in it together and we love each other so much and blah blah blah, we all need our separate individual spaces to be able to just what is it called? Just be in our space with ourselves. Sometimes I feel like maybe in past relationships, I felt like I was very consumed. You see, when you get into a relationship, you get so consumed in being in that relationship, being together, and you want everything you do to be pamoja, in sync. You want to spend all the time together, and then one day when you wake up and you realize, if I'm not with this person, I have nothing to do. And that is, honestly, my past relationship made me realize that I don't want to ever be in that kind of relationship again. Yeah. Because I got to a point where everything was so intertwined that I didn't have a life. So when that relationship ended, I had to start from scratch, build my own friends, build my own personality, and all that. And I never want to be in a situation where my relationship is intertwined with my personality. I want to be in a place where we can all have, we don't have the same personality. Just because we are in love does not mean that we have to have the same personalities. I want you to have your own life. I want you to have your own hobbies. But let me also have my own life and have my own hobbies. So you can be partners, you can be in a relationship, but let each person have their own personal life. So this has been this modern mess by CK and my co-host Dan himself. And we have in the background we have JB himself, another co-host, and our guest who's too shy to be in front of the cameras, Sherry. So I can't wait to see you all guys in our next episode. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share with your friends. Let's see you all on our next episode of This Modern Mess. I am your host, CK, signing out.
Yeah. And I am Diate. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's definitely going to be an interesting talk that we have. See you on the next one, I guess.
Hi guys, it's been a good one. Let's keep the conversation going.
This is what we have.
This
what we
is
have.
a modern mess that we need to keep talking about. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, and share. Tell your friends about this. And if you have anything, any topics you would like us to talk about on This Modern Mess, we are open for DMs.